Hey Cancers, welcome to Taryn Hill. Welcome to the place where we empower the high vibers. Hope all is well. Welcome to your reading for the month, whenever you watch this, whatever. All right, let's go. I come to you, humbly God, thanking you for your divine guidance, providing messages of divine light, divine love in accordance with your divine will. What is it that the Cancer Collective need to know? Very interesting, because usually I don't have this upright. I usually have the deck like face down, and for whatever reason I noticed that before I press record, and I was led to like, nah, just keep it face up. And I'm like, oh, that's the Four of Swords, a very meditative energy. And now the first card that came out, tune out distractions. Second card that came out, retreat. Can this point be made any clearer, right? Count your blessings. All right, so we got meditate, and gratitude. Okay, that's ultimately the lesson that is coming through here. All right. Oh, and course correct here. Reassess. Okay. There's a lot of there's some soul searching that needs to be had here. Okay. There's some soul searching that needs to be had, because there's a new action that needs to be taken. Oh, we have changed tracks coming through. Okay. Yep. There is a power move that needs to be had, all right? A significant change that needs to be had in your life. There needs to be a moment for you to sit back and assess what is right for you. What feels good to you? What do you need right now to feel happy? At the end of the day, what would you regret not doing, right? These are some deeper questions that need to be had. Or maybe you're already having that. So I think I did do a reading about Cancers thinking about their legacy in one of those weekly readings. But yeah, there needs to be a deeper thinking of like, what do I want my life to look like for this next chapter or for the rest of my life? What will make me happy at the end of my life? Like things like that, really deep questions, and kind of move backwards from there. Like, what is the end point? The end of my life, I want it to look like this. Okay, so now with that being said, what do I need to do to get to that point? You know, that's what I'm getting there. Do you see yourself with a huge family? Do you see yourself traveling the world? How do you see yourself in your retirement, you know? And if you're already retired, then we're talking about, you know, the end of your retirement, right? Okay. Ultimately, this is talking about, think about the end of your life and then roll backwards. All right, let's go. What is the reading for Cancers? The reason why there's a need for you to have such a dramatic a dramatic moment of introspection is because it will help you put things in perspective. Because right now, you're in this moment, you're in a situation where you do need to course correct, you do need to change tracks, and you do need to do something for yourself. But you might be thinking, oh, I'll do it later when the kids are in college. Or I'll do it later when I get more money, as opposed to in the broadest scheme of things, at the end of your life, what would you regret not doing right now? And it's really taking this very dramatic take on your life to put things in perspective as to what would actually make you happy. What do you actually need right now? Because it is important and it should be addressed. The day-to-day mundane things are getting in the way of you really asking yourself the big questions. This is why you need time to just really take a step back. Have a nice little staycation by yourself. Go to a hotel and just chill out, relax. Figure out what you want the next 20 years to look like for you, okay? And then in 20 years, you think about the next 20 and keep it moving, right? But think in those like really huge chunks of your life. Think about that. Think about the last 20 years and what you've done. All right. What did you like about it? What did you want to do that you didn't do yet? Things like that. All right. We did the Five of Pentacles coming out with the Hermit card. Yeah. Now, I feel like, okay, some of you guys, maybe you're already thinking like this and it's leading you to feel like you missed out. Okay. All right, so those people, that's where the count your blessings come in, okay? Now, it doesn't mean that, I mean, you can count your blessings, right? And appreciate what you have, appreciate what you've created so far. And you can also mourn the old dreams and whatever the old things that you didn't fulfill. But you also have a chance to do it now. So that's why this is happening. So it's a mixture of energy coming through, and energy of nostalgia and disappointment, and energy of, oh my gosh, time is slipping. That's what I'm getting. But also, this moment is a wake-up call to say, hey, yeah, realistically speaking, yeah, time is slipping. So realistically speaking, what you fitting to do? Are you just going to sit here and be in this lack mentality of, oh man, I missed my chance, I never got to do this, I never got to do that? Or are you going to take life by the balls and make it happen, right? But ultimately, like, there's two sides to this reflection of your life right now. Some of you guys, this could be like a quarter life crisis or a midlife crisis. It has those moments. It doesn't have to be that, but it does feel like a milestone moment. Oh, we're in Cancer season. Yeah. Oh, this is probably happening for y'all birthdays. Oh, geez. Oh, geez. Okay. Well, happy birthday, guys. You're going to think about the end of your life. No. That was awful. That was dark. I'm sorry. All right, so we have the Temperance card coming out in reverse. You have the Devil card coming out in reverse. Okay. Oh, gosh. We have the Con Man coming out in reverse. Two of Pentacles. There is something that you need to take a closer look at for shizzle. There is something you need to take a closer look at for sure. There's something that you're clearly ignoring right now, and it's just going to pass you by. You're going to wake up and think, what was I thinking at some point? This is a heads up. It's a wake up call for sure. So you don't have that moment of regret. You don't have that moment of, what was I thinking? I was just thinking about that earlier today when I had moments where it was like, oh, I wanted to try something. And I was like, oh, that'll take too long for me to do that. And then I'm like, oh, it'll probably take a year. I don't have a year to do that. And then a year passed and I'm in the same place, not doing a thing. You know, that's the energy that I'm getting here. Like, you don't want to have this moment where you ignored whatever this is. You ignored whatever your desires are, and then you find yourself in the next place. I mean, you find yourself 20 years later in the same place, still wondering if you should do this thing. This is a really this is a really intense wake-up call here. Okay. Some of you guys are already on the other side of this. Some of you guys are still struggling with it. But with that Temperance card coming out in reverse, I feel like someone is ignoring what their intuition is telling them. Their intuition is making them reassess the situation. Like, yes, appreciate what you have going on here. It took you this far, but now it's time for a change. It's time for a power move. Okay, and ultimately this is a power move for your own benefit. Okay, we have the Six of Pentacles coming out in reverse here. I do want to notate the Devil card and the Con Man coming through here. There is someone in this energy field who might not have been the I'm hearing kindness. They might not have been the kindest energy for you. They weren't the best for you. They weren't gentle enough for you. Not saying like according to your standards, but just objectively speaking, they just weren't. They weren't as kind as they could be to you. You deserved better, is what I'm getting there. I think that's a past energy. You already know that. You've already accepted that. But the thing is, are you still in this energy? Are you still with them or not? Dealing with them or not? I don't know. Something about this has been settled or squared away. I don't know if you had a conversation about it. Whatever the case is, I think there's this realization that you deserved better than this treatment, whatever this was. So if you already understood that, I'm not sure why there's still an ignoring of the intuition here. Let's see. Can we clarify that Temperance card in reverse? Oh, that's a lot of cards. It came out very gently. Okay. King of Swords here. All right. This almost feels like the energy of somebody who was in a situation I'm just going to use an example. This does not have to be your example. But let's say you're in a situation, or somebody was in a situation with someone who wasn't too nice to them, wasn't too kind to them, but they spent a lot of time with them. So with that Five of Pentacles, is feeling like, oh my gosh, I spent a lot of time in this situation. I might as well keep it going. All right, so that's what I'm getting there. There might be some energy of like what I could have been if I didn't experience this, whatever the case is. Now, this doesn't have to be like a relationship. It could be family, you know, being too involved with a family and they had a negative effect on you, and you're looking back at the past as like, if I would have separated myself or distanced myself before, I would have had so much time to do this. I would have been a different person. I would have been, That's the energy that's coming through. But if you're still in that situation, in that dynamic, it doesn't seem like it's still affecting you in the same way, but it's still present there. And then if you're not present in that situation, the effects are still there. This feeling of, damn, I wasted a lot of time on that. Count your blessings. If you got out of it, kudos to you. Okay, count your blessings. You got out of it, great. If you are if you're still in the situation, but you recognize that it wasn't good for you, and you're having a hard time getting out, either way, count your blessings, because you've seen the truth of the situation. Okay. There is going to be a need, whether you're in this situation or you're out of this situation. Either way, it does seem like this has been addressed. Someone already recognized that this wasn't healthy. Now it's, what do I do next? What do I do next? That can be having so much potential, having so much freedom to do something brand new. That is scary as shit, right? If you've been distracted with this person and this situation or this family dynamic, they've been taking up so much of your energy for so long, and now it's lightened up. And now you can breathe. Now it's like, whew, okay, now what? If all you were doing, and I don't think this is children, but for example, if you spent a lot of your life taking care of your children, and then your children went away to school, it has that energy of like empty nester, right? Now they're going away to school, and now you're like, whoo, now I got to think about my needs. I have all the time in the world to just think about my needs now. Well, you know, more time to think about your needs, more than you would have before, when you had to think about, oh, I got to get food for the kids. They out the door now. They grown. You ain't got to think about that at all. So it seems like your load has been lightened up and it's giving you space to think. And it's just this daunting, what next? If you retired, this is an energy too, that scary moment of retiring and saying, what am I going to do with the rest of my life? That's scary. It's potential. It's just open. You can do whatever you want. It's like, what do I do? I no longer have to spend all my days working. What do I do now? What do I do with all this? There's a need to do some introspection here. Figure out, what do you want the next 20 years to look like? And then start working backwards from that. See the end goal and start working backwards. All right. But I'll say this for damn sure. This next 20 years, the next couple of years, it better not include the Six of Pentacles energy of dealing with people who ain't right for you. Okay? That's over with. Three of Wands coming out in reverse. A Judgment card in reverse. Yeah, there's a major decision to be made here. I feel like there's an internal knowing of like you deserve more, but yeah, with the Eight of Swords, you still feel stuck. That's an interesting dynamic there. Because with this energy, it looks like someone, if this is like a relationship, it looks like they already kind of left, but they're still in it. So it means that they checked out. They checked out, but they're still in it. Okay. Well, introspection. This is the next step for you. Okay. Retreat. Take yourself on a retreat, right? Reassess, tune out the distractions of the everyday world, because it's so easy to get caught up in the everyday, day to day. Oh, I gotta wash the dishes. Oh, I gotta do laundry. Oh, I gotta go grocery shopping. I need to cook. And you don't think about it. It's hard to sit back and just think about the bigger picture for a second, because we're just running around like a chicken with our heads cut off. Have a direction, okay? But you have to have a direction. The direction comes from taking time out and setting the intention. Be intentional about planning what your long-term goals are going to look like now. It doesn't have to be financial goals. It can be, but just goals in life. Not even goals. What's your vision? Okay, what's your entire vision, and then break it down to goals, whatever the case is. All right. But right now you're looping. And you have to make a power move out of this loop. All right. Well, take the lead and change tracks. This point is being made very clear. We also have forgive and forget coming through. So I see this energy coming through. They're still affecting you in some way, even if they're no longer acting like this. It caused some damage. All right. So I do want to say that if this person who wasn't kind to you, it caused some damage. It caused like a little bit of a, it's a little shock to your system there, all right, that's still there. Or, even if this person changed and you're still in it, so now you're trying to make it work, oh, that's coming through. Okay. Anyway, listen. Just because they changed doesn't mean that you have to stay there, all right? But anyway, change tracks. Take the lead. Forgive and forget, all right? Do the healing. I am getting new energy coming in, though. Like, this energy feels stagnant. So if you're like checked out, you're in a situation, you don't really have anything for the situation anymore, to be honest, but whatever. Change tracks, take the lead. This is going to be a healthy, selfish move that you have to make for you. It's a power move. It's nothing to be taken lightly. That's why it is a power move. It's going to be tough. It's going to require a lot of thinking. It's going to require a lot of introspection for you and a lot of courage for you to actually pick up your tail and go on and get it. All right. But you got this. All right. All right, Cancers. Let me know what you think. Feel free to like, subscribe, share, comment, add me on IG, Taryn Heal. If you want a personal reading, check out the info box below. All right. Thank you so much. Till we meet again. Peace.